Every child deserves a chance to flourish. The stark reality is that children are being fed to fail in low and middle income countries. Millions of children are either eating too little or eating foods lacking the important nutrients needed during early childhood, particularly between 6 to 23 months. How children are fed and nurtured in the first 2 years of life sets the foundation for their future, impacting growth, development, academic and career achievements, and lifelong health. Unfortunately, nutrient-rich diets are out of reach for over 3 billion. There are many factors impacting the problem, though food systems are a major driver and falling short of providing the safe and nutritious foods for young children. Let's hear from experts on how we can transform food systems to ensure children are nourished with safe and nutrient-dense diets.
They have small stomachs, but they are growing rapidly, so they need the right nutrients to be able to build their brains, to build up their bodies and all, and grow well. So if you provide the wrong ingredients, you have actually interfered with the growth and development of that child.
We have to think about foods, whole foods for children that are part of their family's culture and their diet. And within that context, there are situations where a nutrient supplement or fortified food product can really make a contribution. But it always has to be thought of in the context of a food-based diet that's culturally appropriate and within the context of the needs of the family and the child.
What does a nutrient-dense diet look like? While breastfeeding is a critical foundation, it's not enough once they reach 6 months old. To grow and develop, children need nutrient-rich foods like colorful fruits and vegetables, and proteins like meat, fish, and eggs, to name a few. But here's the tough part. 2 out of 3 children aged 6 to 23 months are not getting the nutrient-dense diets they need to grow, as these foods are not sufficiently available, affordable, accessible, or aspirational.
Now, what we've also heard is that food systems in general are still not yet fit to deliver these nutrients in a sustainable way to the general population, let alone to this specific age groups. Number 1 barrier is cost and affordability. Number 2 barrier is the availability of these foods in the market. So we have to make sure that food systems and the decision makers within the food systems are equipped with the knowledge so that they can help to make sure that the food systems deliver the nutrients to these children.
The barrier is actually the demand. It is very low and consumers don't understand their interest. We need to work on demand, encourage consumption, and equip the private sector to do so.
Bold initiatives are already in motion, reshaping the food systems to improve access to nutrient-dense perishable foods, as well as increase the availability of affordable, safe, and fortified packaged complementary foods. Innovative approaches such as crop biofortification, egg production hubs, or dairy distribution networks offer promising solutions in increasing access to affordable, nutritious, and safe diets of young children. Learn more about a few examples from our experts.
For small fish powder, we made sure that we identify local communities, and local communities are the ones giving us feedback as well on how we should develop this together with the private sector that we are working.
Food systems can contribute to child diets and complementary food through the promotion of African, indigenous, and underutilized crops. You know, we all know that these crops have both impact in terms of nutrition, but also in terms of climate. And for me, by using these indigenous crops, we are really creating value locally. And we are creating the link between smallholder farmers and baby, but in a more sustainable way.
Governments and policymakers must make a deliberate effort, to actually make sure that we subsidize or make these nutritious foods for children affordable to mothers. If we don't make that deliberate effort, it will not help. In the end, it ends up helping the country or the countries, because you end up with children who grow well, and in future they can contribute to the economic and development of the country.
Let's place children at the heart of our food systems and ensure they have access to affordable, safe, and nutrient-dense foods. Doing so demands unwavering commitment to refocus food systems to fill the most critical nutrient gaps. This will require strong partnerships between governments and food producers, suppliers, and distributors to collectively address challenges around critical aspects such as reducing food loss and waste, access to technical assistance, and ensuring food safety. Success will require building capacity of farmer groups, ensuring access to quality inputs through industry associations, and monitoring compliance of regulatory standards, amongst others. Furthermore, addressing the needs and aspirations of caretakers is key to increasing demand for nutritious complementary foods for their children. Only together we can transform our food systems, unlocking a resilient future where every child eats well, thrives, and reaches their full potential.